I wanted to take a quick minute just to talk about the difference between redox and powered by redox. Now, we have these two ways that we can talk about redox now. The way that we're most familiar is supplying redox signaling molecules on a daily basis to either replenish the cellular need for redox, to rejuvenate the cells and get them working more efficiently, and to reactivate the more dormant or aging cells and keep those still at peak performance. The other way we give our body pure redox is with the Renew 28. So those are just concentrated forms of redox signaling themselves. Now, the other way that we're starting to talk about redox is powered by redox. And this is where we're looking for targeted outcomes that we've chosen to achieve powered by redox signals, but not by giving somebody pure redox, but by giving them an ingredient that within the cell actually activates certain redox outcomes. So if we think about, in the first instance, redox signaling itself, when we drink it, is like the energy supply, the electrical supply to a whole house. It's the mains power, and it's all of the wiring that travels everywhere so that we can have energy everywhere in our house in the same way that we can have energetic conversations everywhere in our cells. And when we drink the redox on a daily basis, our goal is to keep our batteries charged up. Obviously, with time and age, those battery powers drop, and so sometimes we're needing to refuel with a lot more. But that could also represent what our day looks like. If we're using a lot of energy supply up, we might need more redox. So redox signaling molecules, and what we have in our blue bottle, is refueling with redox. It's drinking pure redox signals every day to keep us plugged into our main supply for the cell's health. So we have the wiring that goes everywhere, and we have the light bulbs for outcome and activation. But it doesn't necessarily mean that that takes place unless something else happens. So let's first think about what are the basis for the ingredients that were chosen for the cell performance products or for those that are being used in the skincare. They have to activate the principles that dictate redox. One of them is gene regulation, to increase gene function to make sure the cellular communication is good and accurate. Cell protection, protecting the natural lifespan of a cell. Repair and recovery, we know that as healing. And the adaptive response, that immune defense system that protects us and is on high alert for anything that's a danger to the body, like a bacteria or a virus or an environmental toxin. So those are the four key areas of actions that were the basis on which a whole range of ingredients were considered. They have to activate at least two, if not more, of those principles to have been considered in the first place. From that decision, they were whittled down to formulate specific groups of ingredients because their outcomes are particular to what we wanted to achieve. And so we can think of the powered by redox as using the ingredients to create a redox reaction that is like the switch that turns on the lights in a specific room. Remember, we can have the wiring, the energy supply, we can have the light bulb, but we need the switch to make it happen. And sometimes I think that's why people don't always get to where they want to get to with just simply drinking an abundance of redox, because there is the switch that still needs to take place. So I put this little graphic together to help you understand from a more scientific perspective what's happening, and I hope that this visual will help you grasp what powered by redox is about. So we use specific ingredients that activate targeted redox signals. If you look on the top of each cell, those ingredients will have a specific frequency that will dock onto a specific receptor on a cell. And they're all unique. You know, the triangles can't go in place of the diamond shapes or the plus shapes. They all find their unique receptor point and they lock onto that cell. Within the cell, they then work and create and pass through the cell membrane to push out a specific redox reaction. If you look at the color coding that I gave you, I did that so that you can have a visual that one of these groups is targeted to produce energy. It's targeted for a specific reaction. One is targeted to affect neurotransmitters in the mind. One is targeted to affect the mood. And so each one has a specific reaction because those ingredients in their formulation are proven to pass through the cell membrane, create an action, and push out a redox signal. So we have these two ways that we can now talk about what we do. One is supplying pure redox in the liquid and the Renew 28 to replenish, rejuvenate, and reactivate function. And the other one is powered by redox signaling molecules. We take ingredients that activating targeted redox signals within the cells can actually help us achieve a particular goal. I hope that makes some sense for you and makes it a little easier to understand the difference in these two fields, but we have both sides of the coin now. And if you drink the redox before you take the cell performance product 15 minutes before, you're already going to be priming those cells in an even more efficient manner to receive those cell performance products. Enjoy.